Hey there! Well, you guessed it, it's Friday, and sun is shining. You guys did a really nice job with the poetry, the rhyming poetry, and working really hard. I know, when you're home, it's not as always easy. It's just to concentrate and focus when you have all these other things happening around you, brothers and sisters, and noises, and people crying, and people smiling and laughing, and doing other fun stuff. And it's important that you just kind of get through it and be the best learner you can be for the time that you have. But since you've been working really hard all week, I decided to give you a special treat. So this is not a poem with rhyming words, but I've been meaning to read a story to the class, and we're talking about how much we love animals. Well, I love this animal more than any other animal. And I always wanted one as a little kid, and I wasn't allowed to get one because my mommy said no. She said that, well, these animals live for 35 years. So, that's a long time to have an animal. I'd be married with children and still have this animal. But anyway, of course, you probably already know by now, it's a pig. They live for a long time. But they're really cute animals, and this is not just a regular story I picked up from my bookshelf. This is my favorite story on earth. Okay, the name of the story is Small Pig, and we don't say the name anymore. We're in second graders. We say the word title. The title of the story is Small Pig, and this story is very special to me, so I'm going to share it with you guys, and I hope you like it. The small pig lives on a pig pen in his farm. You know what? I'm going to turn this around so you can see the words, okay? The small pig likes to eat. Ooh, corn. And he likes to run around the backyard. And he likes to sleep. But most of all, the small pig likes to sit down and sink down in good, soft mud. The farmer and his wife love the small pig. We think you are the best pig in the world, they say. He looks so darn happy when they say that, too. Look at that big smile. I've heard of good pigs, but the best pig in the world? It must be amazing. One morning, the farmer says, "Today I will clean my house." She cleans the upstairs. Then she cleans the downstairs with a vacuum, sucking up all the things that are dirty. "My house is spotless," says the farmer's wife, "but the rest of this farm is very dirty. I will get to work and clean it up." The farmer's wife cleans the barn and the stable and that stinky chicken coop. Then she comes to the pig pen. "Oh, heavens," cried the farmer's wife. "This is the dirtiest spot of all." So she cleans the pig pen and she washes the pig with soap. "That's better," says the farmer's wife. "Now everything is neat and shiny. Where is my good, soft mud?" asked the small pig. "I guess it is gone," said the farmer. "I'm sorry." The small pig is more than sorry. He is angry. "This place is too neat and shiny for me," he says. And that night, the small pig runs off. Soon he finds a swamp. "Ah," cries the small pig, "here is good, soft mud." The small pig sits down and sinks down into the mud. "Lovely, lovely," he says, and then goes to sleep. "Ouch," says the small pig as the dragonfly bumps into his nose. "Oops," says the small pig as a frog jumps onto his head. "Yow," says the small pig as a turtle is biting his tail. "Move yourself out of here," says a big snake. "You are taking up space that belongs to us." So the small pig moves himself out of there in a hurry and runs down the road. "Here is a very dirty place," says the small pig. "It is sure to have good, soft mud nearby." The small pig finds broken bottles and old television sets. He finds kitchen sinks and empty soup cans, but he does not find mud. "Cars are fun," says the small pig, "but not as much fun as mud." "Sofas are soft," says the small pig, "but not as soft as mud." Then he sees something that he does not like at all. "It's that terrible machine, the vacuum. That is why there is no mud around here," cries the small pig, and he runs away down the road. At the end of the road is a large city. "Even the air is dirty here," says the small pig. "There is sure to be some good, soft mud nearby." That's an urban community with all the tall buildings, lots of people. Soon the small pig finds what he's looking for. "Ah," he says, "here is mud." Then he sits down and sinks down into the good, soft mud. So happy. "This mud is strange," says the small pig. "It is not very soft at all. In fact, it is getting harder and harder." But he tries to get up, and he cannot move. Soon a few people stop and stare at the small pig. They're looking and wondering, what is he doing? More and more people come to see the small pig. There are many, many people come to look because they have never seen a pig stuck in the sidewalk. The farmer and his wife drive by in their car. "Look at the big crowd of people," says the farmer. "Let's stop and see what is happening." "All right," says the farmer's wife, "but hurry. We must keep looking for our lost pig." The farmer stops the car. "What is happening here?" he asks a man. Nothing much," says a man. "It's just a pig stuck in the sidewalk." "Heavens!" cries the farmer's wife. "That is our pig that's stuck in the sidewalk. Call the police! Call the firemen!" shouts the farmer. By the time everyone in the city has come to see the small pig, the policemen hold back the huge crowd of people. The firemen bring tools to break the sidewalk. Please, say the farmer's wife, be very careful. We think that pig is the best in the world. The firemen work very carefully, and soon the small pig is free. He jumps into the arms of the farmer and his wife. They all drive home together as one happy family. That's my favorite picture right there. Just as they come to the farm, the sky turns dark and the weather gets strong, and a storm begins. It rains and rains. The farmer says, "Look! Now there is brand new mud puddle there is a brand new mud puddle in the pig pen." The farmer's wife says, "And I promise never to clean it up again." So the small pig runs into the pig pen. First he has his supper, then he sits down and sinks down into the good, soft mud. Well, I hope you liked this story as much as I always did. It is my favorite. The title of the story is Small Pig by Arnold Lobel. The farmer and his wife were the characters in the story. There was two settings in the story. There was a rural community and an urban community. Rural is lots of farms, lots of green grass, not so many people, a little spread out. And rural is people are closer together. There's more cars, there's skyscrapers, and it's more of a city. So there were two kinds of settings. There's the country and the city. And I enjoyed that story. Hope you did too. Have a great weekend, guys. All right, talk to you soon.